All right, so I'm just gonna show you guys a quick little paper cone. All right, so I'm gonna start with a full sheet of parchment. So that way if you're in the industry and you have this, if you have the half sheets, then you're already one step ahead of this. So just line up your corners, make a really nice tight seam. Have a good sharp knife, and I usually just kind of take it off the side of the table. And you want to go level. And just really let the knife cut the paper. Okay, you don't want to try to force this too much, otherwise you're going to tear the paper. Like a sharper knife would be better, but I'm working it out. Alright, so now you have one half sheet, take a corner, and you're just going to try to match up to the way each one kind of looks similar. Go ahead, make that nice tight seam again. And this way you're not going to waste any of your parchment. Same thing. Keep your knife nice and flat against the table so you can cut smooth. Alright, so now you have two, and essentially you'll have two paper cones. So I'll try to start with your triangle up at the top. I usually grab the sort of cut side off, and you're going to start to roll it and tuck it under. And then bring it up so you have essentially Foxy or Rabbity or something like that. Okay? You can hold that and take the other side and just try to wrap it as far as you can, okay? And then I'm gonna let this hand go. You can see where I ended up. And essentially now I want to try to bring this around up to here. So you just keep twisting until you can bring it up to the top, okay? If you look inside, you can see that open hole. So if I tried to fill anything, it's just gonna pour right through. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take inside tab and this outside tab, and I'm just gonna kind of work them back and forth, like you're kind of asking for a tip is how I call it. So I'm gonna reach in there, and I got my thumb out here, and as I pull, I'm pushing, pull, push, back and forth, and you can see how the tip's moving. And if you keep working it nice, you're gonna end up with a really sharp point there. And you should still have finished right up here. And if I hold it, you can now see down inside how tight that is. So once you have it secured, check, make sure your point's sealed up. Your seam, you're gonna fold away and tuck in. So a couple little tucks, roll it inside, and you have a paper cone. Fill it up if you're doing chocolate piping, you know, just to right about there. You don't want to fill this up too much, otherwise you're going to start to squeeze out on the back side. Once you fill it up, again, lay it with the seam side down, and you're going to just tuck it a couple times. I usually bring in the corners, give it another tuck or two so you get to where you're at, and then you're kind of holding it just like this, and this is now going to be how you're writing piping. And then you can, if you want, your other hand, get in there and just kind of guide it and secure it. Okay. And if you're on the line and you're just waiting for orders to come in or something, you just usually have one ready to go like that. You take your next one, and you're just kind of sitting there ready to make paper cones all day long. Another paper cone, stack it. Next thing you know, you have a dozen paper cones ready to go for happy birthday, anniversary, anything like that. So, all right. All right, so just to reiterate, once you get it nice and tight, you can do a little water test for you. So if you just find a little bit of water, sink, fill it up. And if your cone can hold water, you know you got a nice tight one. And so you can see that there's actually water in there, okay? So if you're filling up with chocolate or anything like that, I mean, that's gonna be nice and tight to hold water.